Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 9 of the chapter whole numbers. In this part 9, I will be providing you a video explanation on the distributive property. You can watch that in YouTube with the link provided in description. Next, as a continuation of it, we will be discussing questions from the exercise 2.2. So, coming to the first distributive property, students, we learnt in our previous class distributive property as when there are two rectangles of size A by B whose area is A into B and another of the sizes A by C will be of the area A into C, put together give us another rectangle whose sizes are A by B plus C, which means it will have the area as A into B plus C. So, we can write as this third bigger rectangle is the combination of first rectangle and second rectangle. Therefore, we could write based on this geometrical practical work, we can say A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. That is, area of a bigger rectangle is equal to the sum of the areas of the individual rectangles that what we have taken. So, this is known as distributive property of multiplication over addition. Students, in our previous session, I gave you so many examples where I can use distributive property. And in our previous session, I gave you try these questions as a homework. Now, we will look into the solutions of those. Try these. The first one was 15 into 68. We are asked to multiply it using distributive property. Here, this you can do in two ways. In one way, writing 15 as 10 plus 5 and multiplying it by 68. Whereas, here 68 is multiplying from the right side. So, as I mentioned in the previous session, it is called right distributive property. Students, we already know that we can have multiplication of any two numbers, result same, however they are done. That means, even I can write 68 into 15 instead of 15 into 68. That means I can have this writing as 16 into 10 plus 5, where now 68 is multiplying from the left side. So, this is called left distributive property. So, you choose any one out of them. We have seen this sort of a explanation for our distributive property. You can first rearrange like this and next you can proceed. Here 68 multiplied over the sum of 10 and 5 by distributive property, 68 into 10 plus 68 into 5 we can separate it. Since it is multiplying by 10, just putting 1 0 beside of 68, which gives 680, and 68 5s is 340. Now sum of them is 80 plus 40 is 120. So 20 and 1 carries. So 600 plus 300 is 900 plus 100 is 1000. So 1020 is the right answer. This is how we can solve. Similar here, though you multiply from right side also, same thing you will get 10 into 68 plus 5 into 68. 10 68 is 680 only, plus 5 68 also gives 340 only, and their sum remains same 1020 only. So this is the same thing. Now second question is multiplying 17 by 23. This also you can do in similar way, either writing 17 as 10 plus 7 into 23. Now I can do in another way also, writing now 23 as 20 plus 3. That way also you can multiply. Here if I do like this, 17 20 is plus 17 3 is by applying distributive property. 17 20 is 340 plus 17 3 is 7 3 is 21 2 carry 3 1s are 3 plus 2 5. So here 391 we get. Even if you multiply this also, 10 into 23 plus 7 into 23 implies 10 into 23 is 203, 7 into 23 is 3 7s are 21 2 carry, 7 2s are 14 plus 2 16. So 230 plus 161 is 391. So we have got the same answer. So in this, any one of the method can be followed. Now third question is simplify 69 into 78 plus 22 into 69. Students, here once again I am telling you 69 into 78 plus this 22 into 69 can also be written as 69 into 22, because commutative property A into B is equals to B into A. So we have commutativity saying this. Using commutativity we can do. Now taking 69 common out, that is reverse of distributivity, now we have got 78 plus 22 inside the bracket. Now 69 into 78 plus 22 is 100. So the product of 69 and 100 is 6900 or 6900. This is how we can simplify the given third question. Okay. Now coming to the exercise 2.2. In exercise 2.2 there are two questions, and the question is find the sum by suitable rearrangement. Here if you want to add 837 plus 208, then to that sum if you wanted to add 363 takes little bit work. Rather first you can add these two, because their sum will end with the zeros. How I can say 7 plus 3 is 10. So it is ending with 0. Again that one carry again gives same way ending with zeros only. To this sum if I add 208, it is easy. You can check 837 added to 363 first. 7 plus 3 is 10, 1 carry. 3 plus 1 plus 6 is 10, 1 carry. 8 plus 3 plus 1 is 12. So, to this 1200 adding 208 is just a cakewalk. It is 1408. So, that is how by rearrangement we can simplify our calculations. Now students, can you identify here to whom to be regrouped or rearranged? Since it is ending with 2, better to add with ending with 8. So, these two can be one group, that is 1962 plus 1538 could be one group, then 453 added to 647 could be another group. See, this sum is 1100. How could you say? 53 plus 47 is 100 plus 400 plus 600 is 1000. So, total it is 1100. That's such a oral questions. Now, here 62 plus 38 is again 100. That 100 put into this 1900 becomes 2000. 2000 plus 1500 is 3500. Okay. See, I am doing orally. I don't expect from you all similar sort of immediate picking up that sum. Take your own time, but practice in such a way that doing additions even in oral you will be quick enough. 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 carry, 6 plus 3 plus 1 is 10, 1 carry, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 1 carry, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3500. Similarly, 453 added to 647 gives this summation only I am doing. 7 plus 3 is 10, 1 carry, 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10, 1 carry, 6 plus 4 plus 1 is 1100. So, their sum, you know, it is 4600. So, that is how we can do the rearrangement and do quickly the additions, how I did orally. Students, I will take up next question, question number 2, and I will wind up this session, because you need to watch even video explanation along with this. Okay. So, next session I will cover rest of the questions of exercise 2.2. Here the question number 2. In question number 2, similarly doing suitable rearrangement, we need to find the product. In this product, see children, 2 into 1768 into 50. Will you multiply these two first or these two first? That is what it questions. I will not do both of them. I will rearrange multiplying 2 and 50 first, then I will multiply 1768 to that product. Why? Because here the product of 2 and 50 is 100. Multiplying any number by 100 is damn easy, because that number and besides if I put 2 zeros, the product is over. Now it is 1,76,800 is the answer. That much simple it is. Similarly, you need to recognize in the given multiplicants whose product gives us a number ending in zeros. Here in the question number B, if I multiply 4 and 25, obviously that gives me a simple number which ends with the zeros, isn't it? Now see, 4 into 25 is 100. That product multiplied to 166 is such a simple answer, putting 2 zeros besides of 166, which gives the product as 16,600. Similarly, in the question number C, I will multiply 8 and 125 first. Why? Because their product gives a number ending in zeros. That is 8 into 125 is 1000. 1000 multiplied to 291 is just putting 3 zeros, sorry, here it is 1, 291 and 3 zeros just gives us 2,91,000. So that much simple it is. I hope you understood. Question number 2, we have 3 more questions, that is D, E, F. So I expect from you recognizing which numbers amongst these multiplicants to be multiplied first. Will you multiply 625 279? No. Will you multiply 279 and 16? No. Just multiply 625 by 16 first. To that product you multiply 279. Why? Because 625 16s gives a number ending in zeros. Similarly, you continue rest of the work in this question number D. In E also, you multiply first. What to be multiplied? You multiply 50 and 60 first. Then multiply that product to 285. It will give easily the number. Here in the question number F, similarly children, multiply 40 and 25 first. Why 40 and 25? It is because 25 and 40 if I multiply, it gives me a number ending in zeros. At the same time it gives me 25 4s 100, 100 and one more 0, 1000 it is. And 125 8s gives me again one more 1000. So 1000 thousands, it is 1 besides 6 zeros, it is 10 lakh. Okay, so that's how we need to multiply. So F I have done, you need to do E and D. Okay, so with this I will wind up this session. You watch the video explanation through the link given in the description for better understanding of distributive property. After you watching, in our next session we will continue with the exercise 2.2 rest of the questions. Till then, Jai Hind. Thank you.